Hey, what is up guys? EliteX Chaos here. Today I'll be showing you how to update offsets from a previous title update to the latest title update of a game. I'm doing it from TU5 on Call of Duty Ghost to title update 6 on Call of Duty Ghost. Pretty simple. You could also do it from TU0 to TU6 if you needed, or whatever the title updates I guess are. What you're going to need is IDA, version 6.1. You're going to need XEX loader, that's what loads the XEX within IDA. And you're also going to need the XEXs for the title updates. Remember, it's the default mp.xex, it's not the actual title update. So you're going to have to extract the title update. I use WXPIRS. I don't know if it's an actual word, but that's what the program I use to extract the title update. And you got to use XEX tool to patch your default mp_xex or default _mp.xex, the title update 01 with that title update default _mp.xexp. So you're gonna patch it with the latest update, and yeah, so that's how you get your title update files. Anyways, make sure you have an offset. I already have my offsets for TU5 in this little. I just have two of them that I'll be showing you guys. It's cbuff, 1F, not 2Fs. Don't put 2Fs. And get player state. So pretty simple. I like to have my setup like this. Makes life easier. And if this, whoops. Apparently it doesn't want to do that. Never mind. Okay, so on TU5, you're gonna right click on one of the addresses. Alright, it says TU5, but it's whatever title update the old one was. Jump to the address. Doesn't matter if you have the 0x in the address, it'll still find you the correct line. And here is your offset for title update 5 cbuff. And these are all the structures within cbuff on title update 5. The structures more than likely aren't going to change, but the locations and the subs are more than likely going to change. That's because the offsets moved around. But things you're going to need to know is that every structure has 4 hex values, I guess. But I guess each one of these is a hex value, so 4 bytes of hex, or 4 pairs of hex, whatever you want to call it. And so every one of these will have 4. So I guess if you take 4 structures, it will have 16. And I guess the more hex you have, the more common or less common you're gonna find an occurrences. Because just these 8, there was another occurrence right here of the same exact thing. So I'm gonna take a whole 16 from cbuff. So copy that, go over to the IDA view on the latest update, Alt B, Control V to paste it in. I have several occurrences of those 16. This never happens. I don't know why it did this time, but that normally never happens. So I'm gonna grab a different one. I'm gonna start from the bottom up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna grab this whole 16 pairs of hex. Search for it. Alt B, and there we go. We only found one occurrence, and then you want to compare the two. These look exactly the same. Normally you can get the XREFs 2 on both the subs. No, you actually have to click on the sub to get the XREFs 2, but they're different, and I'm not going to want to throw you guys off, so I'm not going to show you. So this is your new offset for my title update 6. This is going to be your new offset. The one that's repeated several times is the offset. These are just the structures within the offset, but compare the two. As I told you, locations are going to change because the offsets moved. So those changed. Subroutines changed. And yeah, but this is your offset. That's really what we came for. You can always copy that, paste it here in Google. Already searched for it. So this is it. My source apparently is up here. I meant to label it cbuff, but I labeled it SV. It's really cbuff is just used for sending DVARs on Ghost anyway. So now to make this even easier, or I guess to make it harder really, is get player state. This is the offset that usually throws people off. Entry stats is like this, and I believe get entity is also like this. I don't know why I did that, but jump to address. jump to it. It's because it's Unk, and everybody's like, yeah, let's just go to hex view and do what you did for the other one. Unfortunately, you can't do that. It's in what I like to call Zero Wonderland. So apparently I just left it and unable to find it again. You gotta find it, and if you go over to the right, it'll say data xref subroutine la la la. Whatever this is, you want to right click and you want to jump to the operand, and now you're back to where it was. You want to make sure you take the location of this, because sometimes there are 2 unks in the category, so make sure you remember this one. So now we have all of this, and we're going to do the same thing we did for C-Buff. I'm actually going to start with the bottom again, just to see if I have any luck. And we're going to see if we can find the same occurrence on the latest update. Alt B, Control V. I didn't find anything from the bottom. And not always will you. So don't think every time, oh, it's going to be there. Because it ends in zeros, I usually don't like to trust things that ends with zeros. But I'm just going to do it. Because usually whenever there's zeros at the end, it's breaking to a new line. And so it couldn't actually find any occurrences for it. So I'm just going to take these 8. So just 2 structures, and I only found 1 occurrence, so that was actually a lucky guess. And here we are. Compare the 2. These and these. I'm going to get the xrefs too. This might throw you off. Actually, they were... Can you tell the difference when I scroll over each one? Really, you can't. This datas and subroutines are really changing, but that's the actual graph of it never changed. So that's how you know it's the same offset. But this isn't the offset like it was. It's just because it's repeatable multiple times. Doesn't mean that is the offset for get player state. It's because we jumped to it. We jumped to the operand of this. So if, like I told you, you got to remember this. So this, find the same location over here. It's on the LAS, below the other LAS. And you want to jump to it. Here you are. Here's your Unk. Here's the old Unk. Didn't mean xrefs. Doesn't want to jump to it for some reason. There we are. This is the old offset right here. This is the new offset right here. Again, it's just the Unk, but I always just like coming here to make sure everything looks the same. But then again, you're in Zero Wonderland, so how can you make sure anything's the same? You really can't. So if you don't believe it, again, check Google. Google's your best buddy. Normally people release it like my source. There it is again. Player state. There it is. It's pretty simplistic. If you have any more questions, make sure to comment in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Peace.